Hey guys, Jacob here, and I'm the founder of The Inner Circle. Now today's video is going to be super duper valuable, and we're going to be covering what exactly is marketing, as well as what are the divisions that the market is cut into, that if you have a unique and insightful understanding of it, you can actually start to leverage it in your business. Now, if you put this video into practice, you're going to start to be able to collect 5.5K upfront, just like Danielle did. You're going to be able to increase your sales to $1,000 to $2,000 per person that you bring into your business, just like Mark did. And if you follow the same guidance in this video, Lucy, she was able to increase her retention, which increased her profit, and so you can do the same. Now, in this video, I'm going to be covering what I call the larger market theory. Now, the larger market theory is this notion and understanding that the market is cut into 4 divisions. And typically with our marketing, our sales, and our client acquisition strategies, we are attacking the top portion, which is only representative of 3% of the market. I want you to imagine a football stadium with 100 people standing inside of it. Now, it's highly unlikely that if you were going to there to get clients, that you wouldn't only walk up to 3 of them. That is what you are currently doing in your marketing. So today's video, the larger market theory, I'm going to cover a strategy and a tactic that's going to allow you to not only walk up and talk to the 97% of the people you are missing right now, but also how to attract them and bring them into your business so that you can start to collect more funds and scale up your income. So let's dive into the computer here, and I'm going to take you through the larger market theory. So what exactly is the larger market theory? Well, if we could picture your entire market as represented by this triangle, and we understand that everyone that you could possibly attract, everyone you could possibly bring into your business fits inside of this shape, we can then cut this down into 4 unique segments which are going to represent the different parts of your market. So the top 3%, this is the 3% I was just mentioning, and this is the ready to buy, or what we call the buyers that are in buying mode. Now, typically, marketing is aimed at selling people into a service, a product, getting them to buy something, and that is the problem with what you are doing right now. You cannot compete with Coca-Cola and big brands that have huge marketing budgets who can attract and solely build their business off this 3%. You are in a game where people are going to hire you as a coach, whether it's face-to-face or online, if they trust you, like you, and know you enough to actually want to work with you. So there is no amount of money that you can spend, there is no amount of ad tweaking you can do to capture more than 3% of your market. So if every action you are doing in your business is chasing just 3% of the people that you could be talking to, you could probably understand you're leaving lots and lots and lots of income on the table. Regardless, these 3% are ready to buy, and so we do want to be able to sell them into our program when we are ready. So this part of our market is easy to sell. Roughly 9 out of 10 of these people will buy from you. These buyers are just deciding where to buy from. So to create a bit of an analogy, these are the people that go into a supermarket. They know they want some sort of product. They're going to go to the same aisle that has those products, and then they're just going to skim and scan to see what brand they're going to end up buying. Now, we want to capture these people, but we want to capture them in an automated, easy, and effortless way so that we can shift our attention onto the lower part of this pyramid, because that's where we're going to really unlock some scalability in our business and new levels of income that you would have never, ever, ever seen before. The next part of our market is going to be the 17%, and these are the problem and solution aware bundle. Now, this 17% of our market are still relatively easy to sell, and the buyers are just waiting. They're waiting for a right fit. They know what the problem is, and they know what the solution is that they need to solve that problem, but they're just waiting to find the right fit for someone that they can work with. These guys are in information gathering mode, and they're doing their research on the option A and on option B to figure out what's going to be best, most effective for them. So why is this so important? Well, if we know that the top 3% are ready to buy, and they're just getting their wallet out, getting their card details in, and they're purchasing, what's so significant about the 17%? Well, these people are gathering information. So if your content and what you're putting out to your market is allowing them to gather that information from you and make a decision that is informed and pointed towards you, well, chances are you're going to be able to capture now more of this 17% than you ever have before. We're going to leverage the fact that they are problem aware and they are solution aware, so they know what the solution is. And so if they look for the solution that they believe they need, and you fit that criteria and you can see that they can get the solution from you, and that is depicted in your content, then these people are going to be lining up to work with you. Now, as we go down the pyramid even further, we have the 20%, and these people are just problem aware. Now, unlike the 17%, these people don't know what the solution is. And so these people are aware that they have a problem. Maybe they're in some sort of pain. Maybe they can't play with their kids as much. Maybe they've put on a couple of extra kilos. Maybe they're not fit enough to pass the police academy test. They have a problem and they're super aware of it. And so now they're actually going to start to go look for a solution. They're not solution aware, so they are in a perfect position for you to provide the solution for them throughout your content, through your marketing funnels, through your advertising efforts. And what this does is, as they start to find the solution from you, you are starting to assemble a small army of buyers who are starting to be more knowledgeable about who you are, what you do, and the solution that you provide to the specific problem that they are having. Now, these people might buy. So 5 out of 10 of these buyers will buy. Buyers know where their issues are, but they're not too sure what to do about them. And they're unaware of what you could do to help if they were to work with you. And so this is a key component of your marketing. And we teach our clients inside of the inner circle to be continuing to put out problem and solution-based content to show people what are the problems that they solve. And what are the solutions? What can they expect? If I was to work with you, what can I expect you to do for me? And how can I actually start to build trust around that idea so that when I do go to work with you, there's no anxiety if I'm going to get the result. There's no hesitation if this is the right thing for me to do. There's no buyer's remorse because I'm confident that you're going to give me the solution that you told me you were going to get, that I've heard about over the last 6 months in your content. And this is the notion that we're trying to create around this problem awareness group. And so if we're moving on to the biggest piece of the puzzle here, the 60%, the larger market, these people are going to be a huge opportunity for you. Now, what you would have recognized as we move further down this pyramid, the buyers are going to be a larger part of the market, yes, but B, they're actually missing steps that they need to make an informed decision. So the 3% had everything they need. They were just trying to figure out who they wanted to buy from. The 17%, these people were problem and solution aware, but they weren't too sure what solution they were going to go with. The 20% were just problem aware, so they didn't have a solution on their mind. They didn't know what they actually needed to do to fix their problems. And now the 60%, these guys don't even know that they have a problem. So the opportunity here for people like you and I who are selling services to these people, and this is what we teach all of our clients inside of the inner circle, is if you can give the market the piece of the puzzle that they are missing to make an informed decision, chances are that decision is going to be in favor of working with you. If you think about it logically, if you were able to give huge pieces of your market like this 60%, if you could show them what the problem is with what they're currently doing and provide a solution, and you took them on that journey, educating them around those problems and those solutions and how they could actually start to take action and be in better shape, or start to lose some weight, or start to gain some muscle, whatever it is. Do you think you could take them on that journey and give them all that education and then them feel better about having all that information, and then when they're ready to work with someone, they decide to work with someone else? Absolutely not. These people are going to be primed and ready to be working with you and only you. So this 60%, we call it the larger market for a reason, because it's a huge chunk of your market, and therefore it should be a huge chunk of your marketing. These people are not looking to buy. Most don't even know that there is an issue or a problem, and they are unaware that they don't need to go at it alone. Now, why is this so powerful, and why the hell would you ever want to market to someone who is not even looking to buy? Well, 2 reasons. 1, this is most of the market. This is most of the industry that you have dedicated your business to helping. 2, If you can show these people that buying your product or service to fix the problems that they don't even know that they have yet, and you can show them that journey, they are going to buy from you. This is how you get an army of buyers and fans that are only looking at you when it comes to all of the competitors in this space. This is a huge opportunity, and therefore it is going to be a huge lever that we can pull to actually build up and scale your business. And all it takes is teaching this part of your market what are the problems around what they're currently doing, and what is the solution that they're going to need once they are problem aware. For example, there are some people in your market who don't know about obesity and the trends that we are seeing in Western society. And if you started to educate people on what a problem obesity is, do you think some people in your market might sit back and recognize that they're starting to see some early markers in their behavior, maybe even in their weight gain, that is pointing them down that path? And then do you think if they realize that they're going down that path, they're going to actually start to put the brakes on, stop for a second, and actually look for a solution? Absolutely. So if we can show them the problems with what you do in your business, if we can show them the problems that you solve and why your clients are working with you, and then you can show them the solution or the way to turn it around, the way to stop going down that path, the way to start moving up in life, they're going to come to you for that solution, I promise you. So the larger market theory, how to sell to those ready to buy, how to create buyers from people who need what you have, and how to position yourself as the obvious choice to those who will buy from you one day. Again, only 3% of your market is ready to buy right now. The other 97% needs something from your side of the table, be it more problem awareness, more solution awareness, or more information about what you do. And through this type of content that you can be delivering to them through any means necessary, you are painting yourself as the obvious choice, the natural progression, the obvious answer to their problems. So let's go through kind of a bit of an analogy to help you understand what this part of the market is saying to you. The 3% are kind of saying, I'm thirsty. And so your natural response and what your content should be doing for them is, would you like a glass of water? And they're going to respond with, yes, please, which is like responding to your call to action and starting to jump on a sales call, coming into your gym for an inquiry, or doing some sort of action in your business that helps them move to the next step. The 17 and the 20%, these people kind of need more information, right? They need to have more of the puzzle made clear to them. And so these people are kind of saying, I'm thirsty, but what should I drink? And so your content and what you're giving to these people through your public platforms should be suggesting something like this. Hey, let's talk about your options and how we can make the best decision for you. Does that sound appealing? And they're going to say, yes, please. So if your content is painting how they can make the best decisions, you're not asking them to buy, you're not asking them to be sold into your program, you're painting the solution for them. And that's why they're going to cling to it and say, yes, please. And the last part of your market, the biggest part of the market, which we call the larger market, is going to be, these guys don't even know that they're thirsty. So we've got to show them why drinking water is so good for them. We've got to show them what types of water are out there. We've got to show them what's going to happen if they don't drink water. We've got to paint this picture almost from day one for them and over time. And yes, these people won't buy from you for a while, but over time, we're going to start to wear down the lack of information they have by providing information that is all pointing towards you and then becoming a buyer of your product or service one day. The biggest thing that we can take away from this is that no one else is willing to do this work. No one else is chasing the 60%. And so there is a huge opportunity here for us to do that legwork and then capture most of these buyers. How do you get access to the larger market? Let's dive into that. The 3%, we want to sell to the people who are ready to buy. The 17%, we want to position options to those looking to buy. Remember, the 17% had all the information they need. They just didn't know what option they should do. Should they do Weight Watchers? Should they go on a diet? Should they get a PT? Should they do an online program? Should they go to a gym by themselves? Should they do group fitness? They have the solutions in mind to solve the problems they know that they have, but they don't know what option is best for them. So if your content is screaming that the best option for them is your program, you can help get this 17% into your business and therefore scale up your business utilizing this portion of the market. The next 20% are the people who are only problem aware. These people don't have a solution in mind. They know what they want to solve. They know the pain that they're in, but they're not too sure what to do about it. So we need to educate those with problems on what the solutions could be. The different types and parts of this industry that could solve their problems. We need to show them what they are and how those parts of the industry can then come from us. The 60%, well, we need to educate these people on the problems that exist, how they affect our lives, and how to start to address them. This is going to bring this 60% into problem awareness. Once they're problem aware, we show them the solutions. Once they are problem and solution aware, we start to show them the options. And then from there, if we've taken them on that journey successfully, the only person they're looking at, the only people they're following, the only people they're trusting, knowing, and liking are us. Together, these mini tactics allow us to position ourselves as the obvious next step to each of these phases of the market. While everyone is chasing now buyers for instant gratification, we are building an army of buyers who only know about us. This is the power of the larger market theory and allows you to have an endless stream of customers waiting to buy as they mature through each stage. Business is a long game. You will be a professional in this game if you use this strategy. So guys, that is the larger market theory. We've dived through this PowerPoint, which shows you these unique phases of the market and how you can actually start to understand a little bit more about the phases the market goes through and therefore produce content that has those unique tactics in it to appeal to each phase and move them on to the next one. Again, the earlier you can get a buyer and the further along this journey you can take them with these different tactics and types of content, the more likely they are to only be keeping their eyes on you. And therefore, when they get to that point of maturity as a buyer and they know what their problems are, they are sick of having those problems. They're looking for a solution. They found their solution. They know what type of training, nutrition, or guidance they want. They're coming to you for that solution. And that is the power of the larger market theory. Now, what is the opposite of this approach? And I thought a good way to end this video would be to show you what you're probably currently already doing and how this is inhibiting you from getting to that 93%. If you treat your entire social platform, everything you post on Instagram, and you have the same tonality, pointed in the same direction, pointed at the same buyer, then you are missing out on these people. You actually have to have clear cycles and phases through your marketing and what you do with your content creation so that you are taking people from different parts of this market and moving them on to the next phase so they are more likely to work with you. To actually gain trust with the market, you can't just be saying, hey guys, buy my program. And then a few weeks later, after you've posted some testimonials or after you've posted a few different pieces of client sessions, hey guys, does anyone else want to jump in my program? It just doesn't work anymore. There are too many people attempting to use that strategy. And what that strategy is only appealing to now buyers. Yeah, it feels good when you get a couple of sales here and there because you've snagged some attention and you've got a couple of buyers. You feel that instant gratification. You're like, wow, one post, 3 buyers. That's amazing. But it doesn't work forever and it doesn't work in the volume that you need it to in order to scale your business to the $100, $200, $300,000 levels that we see our clients inside the inner circle build to. So for you to build to those levels, you're going to really need to understand the market. You're going to really need to understand the phases of your market and your unique audience and where they are along this sequence. You're going to need to have an intimate knowledge of what is the actions that takes your audience from where they are now to being to the point where they are raving fans of yours. They know you, they like you, and they trust you, and they're knocking on your door waiting to buy from you. That's what we want inside of our audience, and that's what we want inside of our market. And to get that, we need a very clear and consistent strategy. Now, I'm not going to sell you absolutely anything in this video, but there are 2 things you can do right now to actually start to put this strategy into action. In the video description below this video, there are 2 assets for you. One is going to be a free Facebook group. Now, I know every single coach on Facebook has a Facebook group that you can join and get information from. The only difference about mine is it's actually going to help. Now, the second thing that you can do is directly below, there is a link to download my 50 personal trainer marketing secret ebook. Now, if you don't have an idea or know much knowledge around marketing and you actually want to start to improve your marketing to get more clients, then that book has 50 tactics that you can actually start to use right now to get more clients. And so if number 1 doesn't work, move on to number 2. If you've tried number 7, well, let's move on to number 15. There are so many tactics in there. Logic says, how couldn't one of them work for you? So your job is to go down below, join that Facebook group, download that ebook, and actually start to put the advice you are getting into action. It is my pet peeve that people gather information, and I need to tell you bluntly right now, information is absolutely useless if you don't put it into action. On that note, I will see you guys in the next video.